All right, so I have some good news and some bad news for you in this video. Which one do you want first? I don't remember what statistically is better to start out with. Oh yeah, I think it's always better to start with the good news first. So if you're gonna criticize somebody or give some negative feedback, you wanna make them feel a little bit good to soften the blow. So let's look at the good news. It's 2018 now. Honestly, it's easier than ever to get started with business or within real estate and to build yourself a business. With the power of the internet, this stuff it's never been easier. Like if you can't do it now, like even with just the free videos on YouTube, you won't be able to do it. You're better off just getting good at your job and surviving in an ecosystem that's created for you and work your way up the corporate ladder, because honestly, it's never been this easy. And here's what I mean by that. So, down the street from where I live, there's always buildings. There's buildings being built. There's businesses going out of business. And for example, there's a restaurant that just opened down the street. But I want to contrast real estate investing to traditional business. So let's say you want to start a restaurant, and for me, honestly, I don't really cook, so I go out for dinner every night. It's one of my favorite things to do, and I just appreciate a great restaurant. Look at what you have to do if you want to start a restaurant. You have to be a chef for years or just a connoisseur of restaurants. You have to find the building or build the spot, hundreds of thousands of dollars or maybe even millions of dollars on a building. You have to buy the equipment. You got to test the food. You got to hire the staff. You got to do all of that stuff. And at this point, if you're new, you haven't even opened the door yet. So you're out all of this money and you're taking that risk. So most of these businesses fail, and hats off to anybody who's either A, tried a restaurant and failed, then at least you gave it a crack, or B, you have a restaurant and you're making it work, because it's a tough go. And when you contrast to real estate investing, like how easy real estate is ridiculous compared to anything. Like I truly believe real estate investing is just so simple. Now I don't mean to talk down to anybody who hasn't cracked real estate. At the end of the day, the good news is that it's easier than ever. The bad news is that most people are just so distracted, okay? You have your cell phone, you got Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, email, Snapchat, checking the weather, checking the news, going on YouTube, going on the YouTube binge, which you might be on right now. And if you're like me, you may end up on some stupid cat video after this. It's easier than ever, but yet it's harder than ever to keep your focus on this. And to be honest, I love contrasting real estate investing to other investments because honestly, it's fairly black and white. There's not a lot of variables that really happen. You figure out how to find the deal. Is it a good deal? Yes. Do I have the money? Yes or no? If I don't, go find the money, because if it's a good deal, you'll find the money. But the true problem is that nobody's willing to actually develop any type of mastery in anything. And I've mentioned this before. So apparently they say it takes like 10,000 hours to become, a master at something. As Tim Ferriss puts it, you don't need to put in 10,000 hours to become world class in pretty much anything. You can get into the top 80-85% of anything with just maybe even a year or 1,000 hours or even less. For example, real estate investing, like you could go and buy a tax lien certificate in the next 2 hours. You'd need a little bit of back training, but to be fair, you could even start from scratch and go do it if you just went online and did this stuff. If you're watching this and you want to get into real estate or you're in real estate, the reason you're probably watching this is because you have a pain somewhere. You're not getting a specific result, so you're wanting this to kind of get the edge to kind of boost up a little bit. Now, honestly, what you need to be doing is waking up 1 or 2 hours earlier. You need to be staying up a little bit later. You need to stop watching television. You need to stop scrolling on your phone, going through a whole bunch of stupid BS that doesn't add anything to your life. Do an action audit of your day as you're going to Facebook. I'm a big fan of thinking about the lifetime value of something. So when you're going on Facebook and you're, or YouTube or whatever, anything you're about to do or consume information, ask yourself, what is the dollar value of this for my lifetime? For example, I just went through this really good program called Wake Up Productive by one of the people that I've learned from over the years. And he talks about how, just for example, making this video for me is a very good use of my time because I'm working once. It's going to be around forever. People are going to view this thing as long as YouTube's around. So it's a very good use of my time. So for you, you're probably watching this and you have an idea of where to start. So just get to it. Find a county, find a real estate sale, start doing the research, start taking action. Put your phone, your computer on airplane mode, because so much of the real estate stuff is done outside of the internet. You can download the list, you can look at the properties. This video, once again, is not as specific nuts and bolts. Like, go to XYZ county and do this and this. We have a ton of those videos. There'll be more of those coming out. However, we're kind of kicking off the new year here, and I want to start kind of with some fundamental principles around this, because there's just so much fluff and BS in this business. Like, the secret to this, the secret to that. To be honest, it's fairly straightforward. Everybody has good information. We have good information. Our competition has good information. Just pick one. Pick somebody, pick the information, master it, and then add more to it. At the end of the day, success is doing what you know you need to when you don't feel like it. But the problem is you've spent a lifetime developing your habits and your personality, and the person you are now is not the person who is successful in real estate, and most people will fail because it's just too hard to change a habit. There's a lot of great free information on this page, and the internet is full of free information. So what's the difference, a little more of an abstract thing here, what's the difference between this content and the content we sell? To be honest, the content we sell gets your buy-in. So something is more important when we place value on it. And it's funny because you get a lot of people like, oh, if you're so good at real estate, why do you sell courses? Man, if I were to give away everything, you'd put no value on it. People put value on the stuff they buy. So we sell stuff on real estate investing. To be honest, putting out this video, doing internet marketing to sell a real estate course is so much more challenging than actually doing the real estate. You have to forgive me, I went on a little bit of a tangent here, but I'm going to be cutting a lot of crap here in 2018, and it's either for you or it's not. So go ahead, subscribe. We're here to help you out, and we'll see you in the next video.